Hello, vinyl community. I just wanted to come on here today and do a video, kind of a review of 2022. So during this past year, I found quite a few different records through thrift stores and that, really good bargains on stuff. Some of it I've been searching for a while, a lot of it very surprising. And what I wanted to do today is just review some of that that I found throughout the past year, so you can see all in one video the great deals that I got. The things are still out there in thrift stores, so you can still make good bargains on music. You just have to have patience and persistence to do it. So I want to first start out with 5 records that I found at a thrift store just this past week, and then I'll go into the ones that I found throughout the last year. So to start out with, these are all thrift store prices, $3 a piece. Mahavishnu Orchestra's Birds of Fire. This is probably their most famous record. Seems to be the most sought after. And the Mahavishnu Orchestra, of course, John Mahavishnu is the leader of the orchestra. Jan Hammer is also the synth player for this band. They are a jazz fusion band. If you didn't already know that, they're credited as being one of the 3 bands that actually made jazz fusion popular back in the 70s. These guys, along with Chick Corea's Return to Forever and Weather Report, are credited for starting the jazz fusion movement in the 70s. So there's that. And it's just on the regular Columbia label. This was a good find. Every time I see a record shown by Humble Pie, it's a cover I've never seen from them. I didn't know they had so many records out. This is no exception. I don't think I've ever seen this record out there before. Rock On is the name of it. There's the back. They've definitely got quite a few albums that I didn't know about. The gatefold. The cover's a little worn in a few places, but the vinyl itself is in excellent shape. It's on the brown A&M label. And I got Dave Brubeck's Greatest Hits. This has got all of his well-known songs on it, like Take 5, the Blue Rondo a la Turk, Camptown Races, The Duke, The Unswear Dance, Bossa Nova USA. This has got a lot of great stuff on it. Great example of his music. And it's just another basic Columbia red label. And last but definitely not least, oh no, that's not last. Almost left one out. This is the Iron City House Rockers. This is I believe it was their second album, Have a Good Time, but Get Out Alive. Now, Iron City House Rockers are Heartland, they call it Heartland rock, but it's got a very punkish attitude to it. Really great stuff. I don't think I'd heard anything by them until I picked this up. I picked it up based on the cover itself. It just has that garage band type look, and that's kind of the attitude they have. But you hear a little bit of the Springsteen influence on there, where they are a Heartland type band. Some great songs on this. I was actually quite surprised. And it's just on the regular MCA label. Yeah, some really good songs. three ballads, and the rest of them are all straight ahead rockers. 12 songs in all. The title track is great. Steve Van Zandt helps out on 5 of these tracks. Don't Let Them Push You Around, Price of Love, Old Man Bar and Junior's Bar, 2 of the best tracks on here. Rockola is another great one. Just really good stuff. And this one. This one's quite amazing, actually. Oops. No. That's nothing to worry about. This is a band called Cold Blood. Again, not a band that I've heard too much about. This is their second album called Sisyphus. Who they are is rocking, funky, jazzy, just I don't know how to explain it other than that. Lots of funk in this music. They've got a great horn section. The lead singer is Lydia Pence, Pense, Pence. That's her right there. And she got kind of a following, cult following along with this band. But let me tell you, I put this album on and was just blown away. Starts out with the instrumental Shop Talk, which is over 7 minutes. And this is where the entire band just shines. Just amazing brass work on this. The horns are just, wow, they just blow you right away. And it's got that great funky vibe all the way through it. Lydia's vocals sound very much like Janis Joplin, and in a very good way. Just great stuff. So I'll be looking into them a little bit more if they're anything like this excellent album. But again, only $3, and I don't think I've ever seen it shown in the VC. It's one I would highly recommend, by the way. If you like that funky rock and roll jazz sound, it's just perfect. With the attitude, of course, the Janis Joplin attitude. So, okay, I'm going to move on and quickly go through some of the best finds I found in the secondhand stores, or the best bargains I got over this past year. First of all, Van Halen 2. And, surprised to see this in the bargain bin at the thrift store. Also at the same thrift store. This excellent 45. I don't know if you remember me showing this. This is a punk band, FIA, and this is their Zine EP. This is recorded on Joan Jett's label, Blackheart, and this is a 3-song 7-inch. There's the back of it. Great stuff. I really like the sound of this band. And it had a download card where you could download the entire album, but unfortunately it had been used already. But I was really happy to find that. $3. Also, more recently, you probably, if you've watched my last couple of videos, you've seen this one. Kraftwerk Man Machine. Anytime you find anything by Kraftwerk in a secondhand store, you know it's a good day. So there's that. This one was only $1, and it made me a big fan of this artist, Rahsaan Roland Kirk, or he's also just known as Roland Kirk. This is an excellent album, mixture of hard bop and experimental jazz. Can just be going along at a normal pace, and all of a sudden just flips almost seamlessly into just some interesting sounds. This name of this album is Other People's Music, or Other Folks' Music. There you go. So, and they're all covers, but done really, really well. Just love this album. It's a lot of fun. Roland Kirk was known for being able to play more than one instrument at a time, more than one brass instrument at a time. Now, go figure that one out. Just great stuff. And he did it well, too. It wasn't like, you've heard of people making fun, doing jokes, comedy sketches, doing more than one, playing more than one brass instrument at a time. He does it, and it sounds great. Also, for $1, that was at a estate sale. Of course, you remember I was excited about finding this one, McDonald and Giles. So it's Ian MacDonald, Peter, and Michael Giles from King Crimson. After King Crimson released their second album, these guys split off, did their own thing, and I've been looking for this album for a long time. To find it for $1 was just unbelievable. One of my favorite classical sets was Maurice Ravel's The Complete Works for Solo Piano. This is a 3-album box set, and just collects all of his piano music onto one set. And it's well performed, very well recorded, just amazing. If you like classical music, especially if you like Ravel, great stuff. I found this one sealed at a secondhand store, $3. This is a band from 2013, Panic at the Disco. This is actually a really good album. Yeah, it's more of a kind of a power pop type style, but just very well done. And the name of the album, Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. Couldn't believe it, just sitting there for $3. This one was $5, but still a great buy. Secondhand store. Louis Armstrong's Hello Dolly. Just beautiful condition. Got a lot of great tracks on this, and it sounds superb. Very nice album. This particular one has the little hype thing on the top. It's not a sticker, it's actually printed into the jacket. Not all of them have that. Gives it a bit more of a value. And on this beautiful cap label. Also in the jazz category, this double album by Henry Butler. He's a blind pianist, jazz pianist, called The Village. If you haven't heard him, you should be checking him out. Great stuff. Great musician. Has his own style. There's him and his band. Highly recommended. I was not expecting to find this one for $3. Blancmange Happy Families. Found this a couple months ago, and another great album. Found this for $5 and in perfect condition. Just about blew me away when I seen it. I'll take the plastic off it so you can see how clean it looks. No ring wear whatsoever. Babe Ruth's First Base. This is highly sought after in the psych community. Good copies like this. Canadian pressing, but it's on the Harvest label. It is an OG. And just beautiful shape. Back to the thrift stores. This was a $3 find. Anything by Gary Newman in the thrift store is definitely a good find. This is Telecon. And I think, if I remember right, this may have come out before Pleasure Principle. I don't remember for sure. But it is a great album by the great Gary Newman. And again, to find that for $3, just unbelievable. This one I sent for in the mail. It was only $2. I got it with a bunch of other stuff, but it's the Enigma Variations It's a really great comp put out by the Enigma label. A lot of great artists on this. Got well, it's kind of dark for me to see. Green on Red. Game Theory is on this. 45 Grave. Kraut, Red Cross, TSOL. A lot of great and some not so well known artists on this compilation. It's a 2-record set. And I showed the label because it's got a cat on it, and it's a cool label. So that one's $2 and well worth the price. This one was unbelievable. Of course, if you watched my last video, you know I picked up the Love album that I've been searching for forever. This was the album that came out next. It was For Sale, F-O-U-R-S-A-I-L, For Sale. Hard to believe. I mean, I just about dropped on the floor when I seen this sitting in the $3 bin, secondhand store. OG, excellent condition. Just was so excited to find that. The only thing is it has a black mark right there, but everything else is fine with it. Another one for $3. Maybe it's because the cover looked bad, but just couldn't believe it. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath by Black Sabbath. You can still find this stuff out there. And sometimes you just need to make a lot of visits to get it. But there it is on the Burbank label. But couldn't believe that one either. It comes with the lyric sheet. This was another great one, still in the shrink with the hype sticker. In Excess, their album Kick, $3. Looked like the record had never even been played. The shrink was open, but it was in such good shape and everything. I've left it on there with the hype sticker. It's like never been touched hardly. For $5, I found this 2-record set of Uriah Heep's first album, Very Heavy, Very Humble. And I think this was their, somewhere further down the line, probably around their 7th or 8th album, Look at Yourself, but with the original lead singer. So this has both albums in one set. Really great shape, $5. And probably one of the most unbelievable ones that I found for $5 in a thrift store. Tom Waits' Blue Valentine. Amazing record by Tom Waits. And I had just been thinking I need to listen a little bit more to Tom Waits when I seen this sitting there, and I knew how hard it was to find any of his records. So picked that up and just absolutely love that album. So, and to be honest, I haven't seen a Tom Waits album since, except for on CD, so I have picked up a few of the CDs by him. So anyway, that's just the tip of the iceberg for some of the great bargains and that I found in secondhand stores this past year. Just wanted to come in here and remind you all that, you know, you still can find great bargains out there. Don't get, don't get tired of looking. You just have to be persistent sometimes and keep going back. But it's always a matter of being in the right place at the right time. And that seems to have happened a lot to me this past year. Okay, so thank you for watching, and we will talk to you all later.